Hello everybody, and welcome to the Video Game Chronicles. I do want to point out that back in 2016 there was going to be a bonus video, and it was going to be my gameplay of Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and this was going to be for the NG2C Network Summer Games as a bonus. However, because I was disqualified for recording my game footage beforehand, before the NG2C Network Summer Games started. And the reason why I did it was because I was going to be so busy that I wasn't going to be able to upload every single video for the NG2C Network Summer Games and actually play them on the days that they were scheduled. So I ended up recording the footage beforehand, so that way I was all set, and whatever scores that I had for those particular games was going to count for the NG2C Network Summer Games. However, the people that did the NG2C Network Summer Games that were in charge didn't like that and disqualified me. However, I was going to do this as a bonus video where I was going to play Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Super Nintendo. And because of my disqualification, I ended up not doing that. Because what the bonus video was going to be about was a way to play Street Fighter 2 Turbo, because there actually is a way to play that game. It was originally intended to be a part of the NG2C Network Summer Games. However, because they decided that the game had unlimited continues, they replaced it with the game POW, Prisoners of War, for the Nintendo Entertainment System. But I do want to point out, there is actually a way to play Street Fighter 2 Turbo without the continues. All you have to do is make a challenge. Because I remember back in the day when I was a kid playing the Street Fighter 2 games, I only had 1/4 to actually play the game. And if I lost a match, I couldn't play it anymore. It was game over. And I figured that this challenge would be especially good for it. And you could have done something like this. Make it only a 1 credit challenge, meaning that you get to play the game once. And if you lose a match, that is it. Game over. And that could have been the actual way to do it. And that's what I'm going to do today for this gameplay. So that way, if you want to do the challenge, you can do so. The Street Fighter 2 1 credit challenge. You get 1 credit, which means you play the game once. And you play until you either lose a match or you've beaten all the Street Fighters in the game. You can play any Street Fighter 2 edition that you like. It can be a home console version, or it can be from the arcade, depending on you. Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2, and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. You can play any one of those games that you like. Whenever you lose a match, or you've beaten all Street Fighters in the game, the score is what you get. Whatever score you get from either losing a match or you've beaten all the Street Fighters is what you can put as your high score for doing the 1 credit challenge. Now the difficulty depends on you. If there's a difficulty setting, put it to the preference that you would like. If you are a beginner, place it on the lowest setting. For experienced players, you may want to put it either between 4 to 8 stars. That depends on how good of a Street Fighter you are. That's how the Street Fighter 2 1 credit challenge works. Enjoy. Alright, it is time for the challenge. Now this is a redo because unfortunately my gameplay footage, whatever happened to it, and I'll probably show a little bit of the clips of the reaction footage that I had for that particular gameplay. Unfortunately, I don't have the gameplay footage for that. Okay. And of course, I already mentioned it. I have 1 credit, which means only 1 chance to beat it all. Get a high score. Now I'm going to leave the easy and hard settings as it is. You can put it at 1 star if you like, or you can make it 8 if you want to. Make it hard as possible if you want to. Okay, I'm going to adjust. Well, I know what I wanted to do. I am going to switch controllers because I want to actually use a Super Nintendo controller. That is what I am going to do. Okay. Alright. Okay, it's set up. I want to configure my controls. I can do turbo or normal. It don't really matter. You can do either one. I'll do turbo. Do Ryu or Ryu. See, I just wanted to show that you can do this. Good night. And yeah, this could have been done for the NG2C Network Summer Games. It could have. You just would have had to do it one particular way. I know Jerome Latimer, it wouldn't be any problem because he would eventually beat this without no problem whatsoever. You got lucky there. You jerk. I got him though. Yeah, see, this wouldn't have been impossible for the NG2C Network Summer Games. I probably would have put a special stipulation. Yeah, I'm doing this for a challenge. See if I can beat this and get a good score. I'd like to see my friend Gary do this, and anybody that was a part of the NG2C Network Summer Games back in 2016. See, this wouldn't have been impossible. See, it's not impossible. So far, I haven't lost a match. The challenge ends when you lose a match, or if you beat the entire game without losing a match. Still beat him. Not gonna get a good score though. See, I'd like to see Gary do. I know Jerome would probably be good at this. I'd like to see Gary do this with only 1/4. Because that's how it was with me. I'd usually play with 1/4, put the quarter in, play until I lose a match. That's how it would usually be. No continues or anything like that. He got me first. I was trying to get him, but oh well. He's not lucky that time. Yeah, I like throwing him if he dazed. You jerk. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Okay. That was pretty quick, but oh well. Alright. That's how I would have done it if the NG2C Network Summer Games was still being done.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll let that go. And oh wait a minute. I'm dumb. There we go. Alright, so what was my final score? 74,400. So I'll have to beat that next time. But that's the challenge. And that's what could have been done back in 2016. And I'd like to see Gary try this. I'll eventually will do this another time, see if I can beat my score. But for now, I'd like to thank you all for watching. And I will catch you next time. I'll shut the thing off. And thank you very much for watching, everybody. And I will challenge, if you're interested, anybody is interested in this sort of challenge, I highly recommend it. I challenge Gary and several others. So thank you all, and I will catch you next time for another walkthroughs and challenges. Happy gaming. And this is a good challenge to anybody that is willing to try it, because I've done something like this back when I used to play Street Fighter at some place where they had the arcade machine. So thank you all. Happy gaming. All right, let's get started on the challenge. Like I said, this was intended to be for the NG2C Network challenge. It was going to be for the NG2C Network Summer Games, excuse me, as a bonus. Because I was going to do this one challenge that could have been implemented. But unfortunately, they decided for another game. And they decided Prisoners of War, POW, for the NES. Alright. Now, I decided this over the Championship Edition or Super Street Fighter 2 or Street Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the arcade, because this game originally considered for being on the NG2C Network Summer Game. So I figured do this game. Remember what I said, one match and it's all over. One lost match, it's all over. You have to let the clock go to 0. You only get 1 credit, like I said. I used to do this when I was a kid. Back when I only had 1 quarter to play the game. That's how I remember it. Okay. 1 opponent down. Yeah, this is one of my favorite games, by the way. The Street Fighter series is my favorite street fighting series of games. No, that was a joke, by the way. Because what I meant to say, that the Street Fighter games are my favorite fighting games, period. That's what got me started in the fighting games. Oh, you want to be thrown, Dowsum? There you go. Right now, I'm up to 66,000 points. You want to be thrown, Dowsum? Here you go. I always throw when they're stunned. And there's a perfect. Yeah! I'm doing this for you guys. And on this camera, by the way, this is the first time I ever did a game reaction with this camera. Uh-oh. Shoot. No. Oh yeah. My fuck you balls. I like saying that. I said that when I did my Street Fighter 2 Game Boy game plan review. No. That's it. Well, at least for that. I'm gonna have to face him in round 3. Oh my god. Oh, I threw him. You remember when you were a kid and you used to have to play with only 1 quarter that you had? Goodbye. I knew that was going to be Nenny Night to E Honda. It also helped with my fuck you balls. Blocked it. Ah, that was it. Done. Well, at least gave it a shot. No boss. Thanks a lot, Chung-Li, for ruining it for me. Well, that's how the strategy goes. And like I said, 1 credit only. So, alright, let's see the final score. 511,900 points.